How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper 9 Toy Videos. Today, I have from the Roboskull Mark II Kickstarter, the Red Shadows. I'm just going to stick with Gyre Wolf on that. Gyre Wolf. I'm going to go with Gyre Wolf. That's what I've always pronounced it. I don't know the proper pronunciation. I'm sure there might be someone out there that'll cringe if they hear me saying it wrong. From the Skeletron Faction 4 series. This figure looks absolutely amazing. I hope it is just as good off the card as it looks on the card. On the back, it has the other figures and vehicle. The main Kickstarter was for the Roboskull Mark II. And then it has all the other figures. I've already done a video on the Assassin Skeletron. You would be able to go back and watch if you want. On the back, it has an absolutely amazing file card. This figure is in remembrance of a collector by the name of Gary Goggles. And so this bio really works wonders. If you knew who this collector was, especially by his goggles, if you read this file card, it's awesome. Really awesome. Has Marauder Taskforce. So this was also done by the same factory that does the Marauder Taskforce, which I've done a couple videos on those as well. But let's stop fanboying here. Let's go ahead and get this cut off the card. To be honest with you, this is the only version of this figure I have. I might pick up another one. If you haven't heard of this Kickstarter, or if you want to get on it, you can go, I believe it's Skeletron.com, or you can find them on Facebook and Instagram, official Skeletron page, and they have a web store open right now. These figures will actually be hitting the secondary market as they're coming out, so you can buy these figures right now. I love the chrome detail and accents on that. Those goggles, the head, it just, all of that turned out so amazing looking. It's just really rad. And then the Red Wolf helmet. And if you're not familiar with Red Wolf, that was the original pilot from the Palatoy Action Force series back in the 80s. Got what looks to be almost maybe a vortex. Oh, I wonder. So it does have a hologram head as well. That's really rad. And then a really cool looking figure stand. So real quick, we're going to go ahead and talk about the articulation. So just like with any Marauder figure, that's just going to have a single ball joint head. Marauder is designed modular, so some of the pieces, they're not as modular as Boss Fight, but they are pretty modular. So this head will be able to go onto any Boss Fight body or Marauder body. So here's another Marauder. Let's see how well... Oh, that head didn't want to come off to begin with. So yeah, that head's just able to snap right onto another Marauder body if you have it laying around like I just so happen to have. Go ahead and get that holographic head popped on there. And I think this is just supposed to be kind of like a little vortex style stand pad type thing. I'm going to go ahead and pop that regular head back on. The chest armor is secondary. And let's see what it takes to pop that off. Oh, so it's a little stuck. Oop, we're going to have to pop that head off to get that off. Let's see if there's any... Oh, wow. So the under armor is actually pretty rad as well. And I was noticing, so it does have... Oh, I'm not sure what that logo is. That might be the Skeletron logo. I'm not 100% sure. If anyone knows what that logo is, if it was attached to goggles or not, I'm pretty sure that's what the G is supposed to be, is the G for goggles. But the articulation on this guy... So the shoulder articulation is pretty decent, little hindered in the T-pose, but not much. They do have the full or the ball joint waist. The elbows... Ooh. Those elbows are pretty decent. I like that a lot, actually. And then the wrist articulation, it does have both vertical wrist rockers on that. And then let's take a look at the hip joints. Hip joints on Marauder figures are always usually pretty good. And then I was noticing some thigh swivels. They've added thigh swivels, so that's absolutely amazing. That's a huge game changer for these guys here, is the thigh swivels. And oh, and they have calf swivels as well. So not only thigh swivels, but calf swivels and rocker ankles. Oh my goodness, is that absolutely awesome. And then double jointed knees. All of the articulation for the Gyre Wolf. Let's go ahead and see what it takes to get this armor popped back on. Come on. Oh yeah, that pops right back on really easy. So whether you want to display him with the armor or without the armor pops on and off really easy. Then the helmet. I love how it has the goggles cut on the visor of the helmet. That is absolutely amazing. I love so many aspects of this. Oh, they included a holster for the laser blaster, kind of. It's a nice little leg peg that the gun slips onto. That is awesome. That is legit. I really dig that. And then it does come with a rocket pack that slips on. Whoops. Got to get that backpack peg lined up. That's supposed to be the intake like that. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the intake like that, or if it's supposed to go like that. Oh, I think it's supposed to go like that. So claws up. And then the claws do also come off, and they attach to, whoops. Yep. That was just dropped right off there. That was me from spinning it around. But I do dig kind of the Wolverine looking claws that they have right there. There we go. And pushed in. I like how the claws snap onto the backpack. Like, they don't peg on or anything like that. Oh, but I did just notice it does have more pegs on the backpack. I wonder what those could be for. That could be something we could be seeing in a future vehicle or figure. But there you have it. There is the Gyre Wolf figure from Skeletron, the Roboskull Mark II Kickstarter. That silver just really pops. It's really amazing. I think this is a really nice figure in remembrance of, you know, I had the pleasure of meeting him a couple times, and the knowledge that this dude had was insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely amazing figure. I dig him quite a bit. I can't wait to get into a lot of the other Roboskull figures, get in the Roboskull itself, or the Skeletron figures, and get into the Roboskull itself when it ships. Shout out to Skeletron and Marauder and the factory and everyone involved. The gentleman that wrote the bio, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to say his name online, but I'm just going to know if he runs across this video. I absolutely dug that bio card 110%. Right there, guys. I'm going to go ahead and leave it with, hit that like, smash that follow if you haven't already, and thank you for watching.